Welcome to today's gentle chair yoga practice. So yes, you need your chair today. You also need a rolled up blanket or towel, and you need to roll it up in such a way that when you slide it under your chair, it sticks out a little bit from side to side. There's a little preview of what we're going to be doing right there. So you can just put that into place right now. And in the meantime, a little bit of talking about the core. So the core we often equate to abdominal muscles, but the core is more than that. The core is your strength and stability from your shoulders to your hips, even into the fronts of your thighs, right? It's the midsection of your body, the majority of your body that you need to respond to maintain balance. So today's class is about building some core strength, but at the same time, a little bit of stability. So if you feel yourself wobble, you can feel your legs brace, holding you steady. You can feel the strength all around the midsection, not just in the front of the body, but the back of the body that holds you steady. Same thing through the shoulders. Your legs may brace, but the shoulders and the upper body can move so that your body can explore how to balance in a situation where perhaps you might be knocked a little off kilter. So you'll be well ready for uneven ground. Oh, dare I say it, icy sidewalks. It's not far away. It's depressing to think about on this beautiful, hot, sunny day. So let's get started. Rolled up blanket, rolled up towel in place under your chair. So it's sticking out on both sides. Sitting comfortably in your chair, all the way back, leaning into the back of the chair, disengage throughout the whole body. Just relax and sink into the chair. Rest your hands on your thighs, feet heavy on the floor. When you feel ready, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a breath. You can feel yourself already beginning to settle into the chair a little bit more. Remember to move in a way that always feels right in your body, never pushing to the point of pain, only pushing just slightly to the point where you feel you're making a positive change towards strength and stability. Relax the back of the legs, let them feel heavy into the seat of the chair. Same thing through the hips. Really try to release through the back of the hips and the lower back. Release any tension there. And with your next breath out, now relax through the shoulders. Just feel your shoulders slide down away from your ears, hands resting a little more heavily on your thighs. Soften your jaw. And the moment you do that, you feel your throat release and the tension disappear from the back of your neck. Really feel your shoulder blades pressing into the back of the chair. And rather than control your breath, let your breath just naturally flow. Let it be whatever it wants to be. If it deepens, it deepens. If it stays where it is, it stays where it is. Now let's bring the breath a little more deeply into the body. Engage the diaphragm, your breathing muscle, with your breath. How do we do that? Bring the awareness into your belly. So when you take your breath in, expand through the belly, kind of release and let go, and as you exhale, pull in. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Again, inhaling, exaggerate expanding through the belly. And as you exhale, pull inwards, belly towards the spine. Do that for 2 more breaths. Notice how the moment you engage the belly, the breath deepens. Now your breath doesn't actually go into your belly, but as you inhale, the diaphragm floats down. It takes the shape of a bowl, pushing into the belly, creating this vacuum as the air sweeps into your lungs. And as you exhale, drawing the belly button in towards the spine, the diaphragm floats up, kind of like a parachute, pushing the breath out of the lungs. Let's do one more breath. Now release control of the belly. Let your natural breath take over once again. Adjust yourself so you feel like you're sitting really tall. Feel the crown of your head reaching up towards the ceiling. Feel the full length of your back connected to the support of the back of the chair. Keeping the shoulders pressing into the back of the chair, slowly drop your chin down towards your chest. Just feeling the slow, steady stretch down the back of your neck, reaching down between your shoulders. Stretching out the neck today just to loosen, release tension. Because the tighter you are, the less fluidity and movement you have. Slowly lift your chin away from your chest. You're going to open your eyes if they happen to be closed. With your next breath out, turn your head to look to the right. Drop your chin down towards your right shoulder. Now take your right arm and just reach your right arm. Place your right hand on the back of your skull. Where it naturally lands is perfect. Take another breath. And as you exhale, let your right arm go heavy. Relax through your right neck. Relax through both shoulders. Use the weight of your right arm to gently draw your chin a little closer towards your right shoulder. Deepen the stretch on the left side of your neck, kind of from behind your ear, down the left side of your neck and out to your shoulder. Deep stretch here. Resist the temptation to pull at the back of your head. Just let your right arm be heavy. So yes, you need fluidity through the body. You need to release tension as much as possible so that when you lose your footing or feel unstable, your body can flow and correct itself. Really important. Release your hand. Now lift your chin away from your shoulder. Keep your eyes to the right and turn to center. Let's warm up through the shoulders. Rotate through the shoulders. And go the other way. As always, bringing movement to all the joints in the body in this class. So important to move. Relax, hands on your thighs, heavy shoulders, sitting tall. With your next breath out, turn to look over your left shoulder. Just turning to the left. Drop your chin down towards your left shoulder. You can already feel the beginning of the stretch on the right side of the neck. Left hand, as you take your breath in, just sweep up. Place your left hand on the back of your skull where it naturally lands. Perfect. Another breath in. And as you exhale, let your left arm go heavy. Both shoulders heavy. Use the weight of your arm to gently draw your chin in towards your left shoulder, just a little bit deeper. Again, feeling the intensity increase in the stretch on the right side of the neck, but never to the point of pain. Just to the point where you're feeling like you're making that positive change in your body. Breathe. Try not to hold your breath. Try not to clench your jaw. Release your left hand. Lift your chin away from your shoulders, still turned, looking to the left. And then turn back to center. All right, let's get some bigger movements into the shoulders now. So bring your arms to your sides, and as you inhale, sweep up and out. Hands coming together, right in front of heart center with the exhalation. Now inhale, sweeping up and out. Hands come back to your thighs. Again, sweeping out and up with your breath in. Hands come together overhead. Exhale, hands come down, palm pressing to palm. One more time. Reach up and sweep out. Now pull the back of your shoulders away from the back of the chair. Hands to your knees, so you're just bringing your weight forward. Sitting tall. Now engaging a little through the midsection, through the core. Right arm. Now just sweep your right arm all the way up and around. Reaching back. Full range of motion through the right arm. Here, right shoulder. Reaching back. A little twist into the spine, nothing big. Left hand on your knee, your thigh for support. Both feet on the floor. Now switching sides. Right hand on your knee, your thigh for support. Left hand, just let it dangle for a moment. And now sweep round. Big round circles. Maximum range of motion in the left shoulder. A little bit of movement into the spine as you twist. My hand is just gently sweeping the wall. I didn't realize I was so close to the wall. Back to center. All right, let's wiggle the toes. Give them a really good wiggle. Get all the cracks and pops out of the toes. Now flex your feet by spreading your toes wide and pushing with the heels. And point. And flex. Really hold the flex. Push with the heels as much as possible. And point. Maximize the stretch on the tops of the feet, tops of the ankles. One more time. Flex. And point. That's it. Now rotating through the ankles. Going the other way. Make sure you go in both directions. And make sure you do both ankles. All right, a little movement into the knees. Still sitting tall with my shoulders away from the back of the chair. I can feel the work happening in the core here. All right, now lean back in your chair. Feet flat on the floor, steady, stable. Give the core a little bit of a rest now. Let's wiggle the fingers. Don't worry, we'll get back to it. You're not off the hook just yet. Now gently open and close the palms, just gentle fists. Spread your fingers as wide as you can. Now rotating through the wrists. Go the other way. Little bend at the elbows, just let your arms swing at your sides. Feels good to move, doesn't it? All right. Little more movement now. So shifting forward in your chair. Sitting at the front of your chair, shoulders pulled away from the back of the chair. You can feel you need to stabilize through the midsection. From the shoulders all the way down to your hips. You're strong, you're steady. Proper alignment, proper posture helps to alleviate the workload of the core. So shoulders over top of your hips. Now pull your belly button in just a tiny little bit. We're going to sweep the arms out to the sides. As you take your breath in, exhale, right hand comes to the seat of your chair and just reach over with the left. Keep your left hip heavy on the chair. Try not to lean all your weight into your right hip. A breath in, windmill wide. And as you exhale, left hand comes to the seat of the chair, right hand reaches over. So you can feel yourself collapsing when you lean over to the side. So keep the opposite hip firmly planted on the seat of the chair. Here we go again. Breath in. Making lots of room for the breath by reaching the arms wide. Right hand to the chair, left hand reaches over, left hip is heavy, anchored to the seat of the chair. One more time. Feel the movement into the shoulders, a little flexion into the spine. And back to center. All the way back to center. Right hand to the seat of the chair. Bring your feet hip distance apart so your knees are not wide, because we're going to do a little bit of a twist. So inhale, left arm sweeps up. And as you exhale, turn to the right. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right thigh and just gently look to the wall at the right side. You notice out of your peripheral vision the little rotation through the shoulders and the rib cage. Breathe. Remember, never holding your breath, always allowing the breath to flow. As you exhale, release the twist, coming back to center. Left hand to the seat of the chair. Inhale, right hand sweeps up. As you exhale, turn to the left this time. Right hand coming to the outside of your left thigh and looking straight to the wall at the left. Breathe. Again, you've just got that subtle rotation through the shoulders, through the rib cage. Notice if you're using your belly for your breath. Working your breathing muscle, the diaphragm, every opportunity. As you exhale, come back to center. All right, shift back in your chair. Working again now with that side flexion stretch. But instead of holding on to the seat of the chair this time, we're going to reach down towards that blanket, the towel that's right there waiting for you. All right, so let's inhale, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, right hand comes down towards the blanket, left hand reaches up. Anchor your left hip. You just want to graze. Now bring the gaze upwards. Reach. Breathe. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. Feel yourself sliding on the back of the chair back to center. Exhale, reaching. Left hand goes down, reaching towards the blanket. Anchor the right hip as the right arm reaches up. Remember to breathe. Unclench your jaw. One more time to each side. Now swing your left arm as you take your breath in. Use the momentum of your breath. And exhale, reaching down just until your fingertips come to the blanket, come to the towel. Use the support of the chair. Feel that long stretch on the right side of the body. As the left side of the body, as the left hip stays anchored to the chair. Here we go, other side. Breath in, right arm sweeps up, use the momentum of your breath. Breath out, feel yourself sink towards the left side. Right hand reaches up, right hip stays anchored to the chair. One more breath. Now inhale. Sweep up with the left hand. Hands coming together overhead, and as you exhale, hands float down, palm pressing to palm, resting right in front of heart center. Pause right here, just take a breath. Oh, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, and release. All right, pull your shoulders away from the back of the chair once again. This time, working with the right arm, we're going to go the other way. So let your hand float up this time, and then reach back. Left hand on your knee, your thigh for stability. You can feel the work. Just notice how when your arm sweeps around, your right arm sweeps around, notice the changes in the core. Notice how your muscles respond, right? Awareness, that's all it is. Improving balance is just about increasing your awareness about how your body responds. Let's do one more big circle. And release, switching sides. Left arm. So this time sweeping forward and up. Last time we swept back and up, or down and back. We're going up and back. And back to center. All right. Scoot far enough forward on your chair now that your feet are flat on the floor. Shoulders pulled away from the back of the chair. So sitting tall, again, shoulders over top of hips. Proper posture helps minimize the workload of the core. Arms to your sides. Tall. Feel the crown of your head reaching up towards the ceiling. Really push into the mat with the soles of your feet, the floor. Anchor. Use the strength of the legs to stabilize the lower body so the upper body has freedom of movement, right? A little fluidity in the upper body while the lower body stays strong. Take a breath. And as you exhale, just lean over to the right. Keep the left hip heavy and just tap the blanket. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, leaning over to the left. Left fingertips, just graze your blanket, your towel. Don't worry, you don't need to look. It's there. You put it there. As you inhale, come back to center. Exhale, leaning over. So this is a level 2. As you inhale, come back to center. If this is too much, if you feel yourself really straining to reach down towards the blanket, shift back slightly so that your shoulders have the support of the chair. So you're back here, where we were before. Let's do that a couple more times. With the exhalation, sink down, reaching for the blanket. With the inhalation, come back to center. Just be really mindful, really aware of how your body is responding. Mindful of your breath. Let's do it one more time in each direction. Move slowly and purposefully. This is how you create muscle memory in your body. Taking your time. Awareness. And release. So if you wanted to work harder for that, you could even do it removing the blanket. But having the blanket there, the towel there, it's a good start. All right, we're going to come to standing. Oh, yes. So let's turn the seat of the chair towards you today. Couple of basic stretches first. Got to warm up the hips here. So bring your feet shoulder width apart, standing tall once again. Take a breath in, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands to the seat of the chair. Now look towards the back of the seat of the chair rather than over top the back of the chair. We want to stay in a neutral spinal alignment here, just the natural shape of your spine. And just alternate lifting your heels, bending your knees, feeling a little bit of movement into the hips. Just lifting one foot at a time, placing the foot down before you lift the other side. Now feet remain hip distance apart. Shift your weight into your heels, into your feet. So there's very little weight on your hands. Right hand comes to the center of the chair, left hand to your hip. Take a breath. And as you exhale, straighten out or lengthen, straighten's the wrong word, lengthen the left leg, soften the right knee, and just turn to look to the left. Pull the left shoulder back. I want you to feel a stretch into the outside of your left hip and the back of your left knee. So keep a little softness in the back of the left knee. Try not to lock your left knee. Keep your weight in your feet. Minimize the pressure on the heel of the hands. Also, use the fingertips to push into the seat of the chair on your right hand. That also helps to minimize the pressure on the heel of your hand. A couple of breaths here. With your exhalation, bend the left knee. So equal bend in both knees. Left hand reaches for the seat of the chair. Bring your hands to either side of the seat of the chair. Take a breath. Keep the back of your knees soft and bend forward. Little bit of a bend. Keep the knees soft. Keep the back long. So rather than rounding through the back, just soften at the elbows to work into the hips rather than the spine. We've warmed up the spine completely here. Well, almost. We've got one more move to go. Now keep your forward fold, whatever depth it is. If your weight has shifted into your hands, push into the chair, shift your weight back into your feet, into your heels. Let go of your arms. So arms just dangle, let them dangle toward the floor. Now tuck your tailbone under and just slowly roll yourself up. Push into the floor rather than squeezing through the buttocks. And just roll yourself all the way up. Now bring your gaze straight ahead. Sweep your arms all the way up. Now bring the gaze upwards. Really go from compression to extension of the spine. And as you exhale, hands come to your heart. Release your hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, bend your knees. Bring your hands to the seat of the chair once again. Now shifting your weight, lifting one heel at a time, placing the heel down, lifting up. Just lifting one heel at a time. Backs of the knees soft, weight in your heels. Left hand comes to the center of the seat of the chair, right hand to your hip. Take a breath, and as you exhale, soften your left knee, lengthen your right, and just gently turn to the right. Rotate through the shoulders, through the rib cage, look to the wall at the right. Turning just enough and lengthening just enough on the right side to feel the stretch into your right hip and the back of your right leg. Breathe. As you exhale, release the twist. Bring your right hand back to the seat of the chair. Eyes looking at the back edge of the seat of the chair. Hands on either side of the seat. You can feel your weight comfortably. You feel steady. You feel stable. A little softness in the back of the knees. As you exhale, soften at the elbows. Bow. fold forward towards the seat of the chair, maybe a little bit deeper this time than a moment ago. Keep softness in the back of the knees. It's about stretching the back of the hips, the buttocks, the upper thighs, not about stretching through the lower back. We're going to do that in just a moment. If your weight has shifted into your hands, push into the chair, shift your weight into your feet. So your hands can let go and you can dangle your arms. Now slowly tuck your tailbone under, round through the back here. Curve the spine in the opposite direction. Resist the urge to squeeze the buttocks. Instead, push into your feet. And slowly roll up. Feel the bend in every single vertebrae. Stacking hips over top of ankles, shoulders over top of hips, eyes going straight ahead, and then sweeping the arms up. And as the hands float up, the gaze goes up. Curving the spine in the opposite direction. Extension. Hands come together. Releasing bringing the hands down to heart center. Take a breath. And release. Walk your feet in. We're going to step right foot back. So you can reach for your chair for stability if you need to, but I encourage you to practice without the chair. Because the only way to improve balance is to push yourself, trust yourself, and try. Hands to your hips. Right heel pushes back. So I want your feet far enough apart that you feel solid. You feel steady. Shoulders and hips are square to the chair. Take a breath. And as you exhale, hinge forward. So hinging at the hip here, not at the waist, but at the hip joint. Coming far enough forward, you feel a deeper stretch now into your left leg. But you start to feel the need to pull the belly button in towards the spine. So you can feel the load on the front of the core here. Yes, the abdominals. Now, rather than let the shoulders collapse, think about pulling the elbows out side to side so you stay really broad through the collarbones. Yes, shoulder strength, also important for the core. Keep the right heel pushing down. So with the weight forward, the left leg wants to do most of the work. Activate the right leg so the left leg doesn't have to work so hard. Awareness. Getting your body to respond when you need to balance in a different position, when you're thrown off kilter. Imagine taking a step forward. Your front foot, your left foot lands on an icy patch and your body comes forward. Well, here we are practicing how the body will respond. Now push, right heel down. We're going to lift up the other way. Ready? Inhale, pull yourself up. So the right leg pulls, the left leg pushes. Bend your left knee. Look down, make sure your left knee does not go past your toes and your knee is pointing in the same direction as your toes. Now bring your hands a little higher onto the back of your hips. Roll your shoulders back, hug your elbows inward so you feel really open through the front of the body. Now draw the belly button in towards the spine, pull in. Right heel pushes down. Now bring the gaze up. And as the gaze goes up, higher up on the wall, maybe to the corner where the wall meets the ceiling, no farther than that, I want you to feel the length in the right hip. The awareness there. The length in the back of the right knee. A little bit of a back bend. Think about when you're losing balance and you swing forward, you swing backwards. It can be scary. So let's practice falling backwards in a safe place. Weight now is in the right heel. Give the left heel a little tug towards the back of the mat so the right leg doesn't have to do all the work. Get the left leg to respond when the weight shifts backwards. Now come out, tuck your chin. You can feel your shoulders shifting forward. Release your hands. Step the right foot forward. Left foot steps back. Regular walking step, because that's what we're practicing. Left heel pushes into the mat. Right leg, equally long. You feel steady, you feel stable. Your feet are far enough apart that your shoulders and hips are square to the seat of the chair. Hands to your hips. Take a breath. And as you exhale, hinge forward. Using the hip joint rather than the waist. Staying long from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Coming far enough forward, you can feel the stretch into the right leg, right hip, and you can start to feel the belly pulling in to support the upper body. So only coming far enough forward, you can begin to feel the work happening. Nothing more than that. Resist the urge to look at your right toe and look forward. Breathe. Left heel pushes down to take some of the workload off the right leg. Now you might feel yourself wobble a little bit. That's a good thing. That's your body figuring out how it needs to respond to maintain this position as things begin to fatigue. All right, let's pull up. Pull with the left leg, push with the right. Bring yourself up. Oh. Bend the right knee. Take a look down. Make sure your right knee is pointing the same direction as your right toes, and you can see your toes on your right foot. Bring your hands a little farther back on your hips. Roll your shoulders back so you feel really open through the collarbones. Draw the belly button in. Feel the strength in the front of the body. Now lift your gaze up. Feel your weight shifting into your left leg a little bit more. As your eyes go higher up on the wall, maybe to the corner, no farther than that, where the wall meets the ceiling. Then pause. Use your breath out to release tension. Nothing to be afraid here. You're in the safety of your own home. You're on the familiar space of your yoga mat with your favorite chair, sort of. Now tug right heel back. Get the right leg to respond so it's not just the left leg holding you steady, but the right leg also holding you steady. Breathe. Now to come out, tuck your chin. You feel your shoulders realign over top of the hips. Step, left foot forward, and release. Feet comfortable distance apart. Let's take a breath in, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, bow forward. Bring your hands to the back of the chair this time. Pause. Find a comfortable placement for your hands. Now walk your feet back. Sink into a downward dog position here. So ideally a 90-degree angle at the hips. You can feel the weight in your heels. You can feel the long line on the sides of both sides of your body. A little bit of weight in your hands, but not much. Just let your body stretch, soften through the lower back. Open up through the rib cage, the belly. Just let go completely through the core here. Press into the back of the chair just a little bit to lift the shoulders a little higher. Look down at the seat of the chair. Try to find that spot in your body where you feel really long and flat through the spine. Eyes lifted just slightly, so you're not looking at your toes, you're looking at the seat of the chair. Put a little bend in the back of your knees. All right, now this part's going to be hard work here. Now shift your weight into your heels. Light finger touch on the back of the chair. Take a breath. And as you exhale, Push into the back of your chair with your left fingers. Float your right fingers off the back of the chair. Now find room for your breath in there. If you can't lift your fingers completely off the back of the chair, just lessen the weight so your right fingertips are just grazing the back of the chair for support. Really lift. Feel the strength, the work there through the core, the whole core, from your hips to your shoulders. Feel the work in the front of the thighs. Breathe. One more breath. Even if you needed to take a break, try this for one more breath, lessening the weight on the right fingertips or floating the right hand completely off the back of the chair. Fingertips come back to the chair. Relax through the core. Shift your hands to the seat of the chair and bow. Oh. Breath. Press into the seat of the chair. Walk back. Coming into a deeper downward dog position here, just for the stretch. Don't worry, we're not going to do the left side back here. Oh. Now slowly walk your feet just one step at a time. Feel your weight shifting from side to side as you lift your foot and place it down. Feet hip distance apart. Bend your knees. Release your hands. Sweep up, all the way up. Bring your gaze upwards as your hands come together and hands float down. Release your hands. Inhale, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, bow forward, bring your hands to the back of the chair. Pause. Walk your feet back, coming to your high downward dog position. Ideally, a 90-degree angle bend at the hip joint. Long upper body. You can look down at your toes. Relax your neck. Let your head feel heavy. Use your hands, your fingers to just gently grasp the back of the chair. You don't need a death grip on the back of the chair. Open up through the rib cage. Completely release the belly button away from the spine. Take a couple of restorative breaths. Now lift your eyes, look at the seat of the chair. Get a sense in your body. You still have a long upper body from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Minimal weight in your hands. Most of your weight is in your feet. Getting ready to use the right hand, right arm for support. Use your right arm, strengthen there. Feel your arm respond, your shoulder respond. Now draw the belly button in towards the spine. Support through the midsection. And float your left hand away from the back of the chair. Remember, if you can't get your left fingertips completely away from the chair, practice by just lessening the weight on the left hand. Your fingertips can just gently graze the back of the chair. Take a break when you need to. We're going to do 3 more breaths. You can rest for a breath and then try again. Just feel the strength through the core. Little softness in the back of the knees. You can feel the whole body responding here. 1 more breath. Place your left hand back to the seat of the chair. Feel your whole body change the moment the left hand has support. Shift your hands down to the seat of the chair. And as you exhale, bow. Just relax. Softness in the back of the knees here. Whew. press up. Look down at the seat of the chair. Walk your feet just one more foot back. So you're a little farther away from the chair here. Hands on the seat of the chair. Left hand stays on the seat of the chair. Put a little softness in the back of your knees. And take your right hand, reach for the outside of your left leg. Shifting your weight into your heels. Yep, you can feel how your core is responding. Take a couple of breaths. Don't hold your breath. We're not going to be here long. As you exhale, release. Right hand comes back to the chair. Oh, feel the whole body just let go. Take a breath. Whew, a little bit of a break. Stabilize with the right hand, right arm. Leg strong, softness in the back of the knees. Left hand reaches for the outside of your right leg. Just grab hold where you can. We're not twisting through the shoulders, just reaching. Breathe. One more, and this time with the exhalation, just let go. Left hand returns to the seat of the chair. Step closer. Bend in the back of the knees. Shift your hands and your weight to your legs. Hands resting on the tops of your knees. Now inhale, just look over the back of the chair. And as you exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest, let your back round. Another breath in. Lift your eyes, look over the back of the chair. Feel the length of your upper body. And as you exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest, scoop your tailbone under. Let's do that one more time. Breath in, look over the back of the chair, and breath out, tuck under. Now keep that position, tailbone tucked, chin tucked. Push the soles of your feet into the floor, hands, let go of your knees and sweep up. Hands coming together. Hands floating down, palm pressing to palm with your breath out. Pausing right here for a breath. Release. All right, let's come back to sitting. Sitting at the front of your chair. Feet hip distance apart. Hands to your knees. Take a breath. And as you exhale, fold forward. Just fold over top of your thighs. Let your belly, rib cage rest into your thighs. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Now inhale, lift your chin, look forward and pull up. Use your hands on your knees to push. Breath out, folding forward once again. Belly to your thighs. Chin tucks towards your chest. Breath in, pull your chin away from your chest. Look in front of you. Then press up. Your gaze is upwards. Exhale, folding forward. Bend at the elbows. Tuck your chin towards your chest as soon as your belly hits your thighs. Now relax the belly. Relax your neck. Let your head feel heavy. Bring your arms to the outsides of your knees and just let your arms dangle. Wherever you are, whether you're here, just let the backs of your shoulders pull away from your spine and just stretch there. Feel this full support. Your lower body supporting your upper body. One at a time, bring your hands to your knees and then press up, all the way up. Still sitting towards the front of your chair. Feet solid on the floor, full connection between the entire sole of both feet and the floor. Right hand comes to the seat of the chair for support, twisting again, but a little more deeply this time. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. As you exhale, left hand comes to the outside of your right thigh. Use your hand on your thigh to rotate through the rib cage and shoulders. Now, firm hold on your thigh helps you maintain the twist a little bit deeper than you can go on your own. Engage the belly with your breath. Reconnect to your breathing muscle, your diaphragm. Remember, with the breath in, it sinks down like a bowl. And with the breath out, it floats up like a parachute. Relax your jaw. Take all the tension out of your throat, out of your neck. Let your shoulders feel heavy. Now all the tension is gone. If you choose, you can go deeper into your twist now by turning to look over your right shoulder. So use your breath out. Inhale, breath into the belly. Exhale, belly button pulls in towards the chest. Look over your right shoulder. Stay tall. Try not to lean into your right hip. Be aware that the left hip is as heavy as the right as you're resting on the seat of the chair. One more breath. Use your exhalation to release the twist. So turn your head first, and then your shoulders. Release your hands, coming all the way back to center. Left hand to the seat of the chair. Sitting tall. Inhale, right arm sweeps up. As you exhale, right hand comes to the outside of your left thigh. Rotate through the shoulders and rib cage, looking to the right. To the left. Right hand has a firm grip on your thigh, so you can hold a deeper twist than you can go on your own. Right? Pushing your range of motion a little bit here. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw, taking tension out of the neck. Feel the softness in the body, then reconnect to your breath. Expanding with the breath in, embracing with the breath out. Then if you choose, go deeper into your twist. Use your exhalation and turn to look over your left shoulder. Keep the tension out of your shoulders, out of your neck. Focus on your breath. Focus on keeping the hips square on the seat of the chair rather than leaning into the left side. Take a big breath into the belly. And as you exhale, release the twist, turning the head first, and then the shoulders, releasing the hands, coming all the way back to center. Hands on the fronts of your knees for support. Take a breath. And as you exhale, fold forward, belly over top of thighs, over top of rib cage. Relax your neck, let your head feel heavy. And then release your arms, let your arms dangle, let your shoulder blades spread wide. Couple of breaths right here. Just feeling completely relaxed. Completely free. One at a time, bring your hands to your knees, your thighs. Use your hands and arms to press yourself all the way up. Sit back in your chair. Come all the way back. Lean into the support of the back of the chair. Hands on your thighs. Let's turn the palms up. Let your fingers feel limp. Backs of your hands really heavy. Soles of the feet also feeling heavy on the floor. Go ahead and close your eyes. Legs resting heavily in the seat of the chair. Lower back released. Rib cage soft. shoulders heavy. No tension in the neck and throat. Fully trusting of the chair to support you. Now let's return our attention once again to the belly and the breath. Focus on belly breathing here for the purpose of relieving stress, relieving anxiety. So as you take your breath in, think of that bowl image. The diaphragm sinking down like a bowl with your breath in to push the belly outwards. And as you exhale, belly draws in to push the diaphragm up like a parachute. Breathing in, there's a bowl shape. Breathing out, a parachute. Breathing in, there's a bowl. Breathing out, a parachute. Now take 3 more breaths, the same visualization, bowl, parachute, but make this breath a little bit deeper. Make it the biggest breath it can be. If it helps, you can inhale through your nose, exhale out through your mouth, just for 3 breaths. 3 big, beautiful belly breaths. End of that 3rd breath, let go of control of your breath, but stay connected to the bowl and parachute visualization. It helps keep your mind focused on working the diaphragm, your breathing muscle. Couple more breaths. Stay soft. Keep your trust in the chair. Notice if the tension has crept in and use your exhalation to sink in. Release your hands. Let your arms dangle at your sides. Use the weight of your arms to help pull your shoulders even farther away from your ears. And then lift the crown of your head up towards your seat, up towards the ceiling. Feel ease with proper posture and correct alignment. Next breath in, sweep your arms out and around, bringing your hands together overhead. With the exhalation, hands float down, palm pressing to palm, resting right in front of heart center. Take a moment to be grateful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be loved. May all beings be at peace. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Namaste.